I want to introduce the next speaker now, Tchaysllaney Rayenelly. She's been designing customer experiences for apps and e-commerce for most of the past decade. Currently, she works at Haivision as a senior UX UI designer. Now, I think we've heard from all the other sessions today just how important it is for us to get customer experience right. We always make sure it's one of the key pillars in e-commerce strategy for our clients. But I think the question clearly is going to be, well, where do you start? And where's the big opportunity going to be found? And I think we're going to find out in this session. So please take it away, Tchaysllaney.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this meeting. Thank you for introducing me, Joe. Today I will be talking about customer experience and not just about what is customer experience, but how to elevate the level of customer experience and then bring an excellent experience to your users and customers. Let's start it. Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm Tchaysllaney Rayenelly. Nowadays, I'm a senior UX UI designer at Haivision. So I work with products where we create our own products and elevate them. I already have almost 10 years of experience in the area of design, since graphic design until digital design and apps and e-commerce. I already worked with B2B and B2C platforms, Magento. I worked worldwide. I already had my own Magento agency and worked with clients across all of the globe. I already had the experience as a merchant and an agency because I already have my own online store as well. Okay, so let's talk about customer experience, what it is. Basically, customer experience is the customer perspective and vision about all of the experience and touch that they have with your brand. So since visiting your Instagram profile until the purchase and until the post-purchase, so every touch point that you have with your user is part of the customer experience in general. So since the branding, since the delivery, until the e-commerce. And it's explained in three main parts. We have the service experience, that is the support that you offer to your customers. So basically the touch that you have in person with them on chat, on the chat, for example, via email, via phone, all of the support that you offer to them as a service, the product experience itself. So the whole product, how is the product, how it works, the product effectivity and the quality. So how is the real product, and the brand experience, how the customers feel your brand, what they think, what brings to them your brand. When they think about your brand, what's the first thing that they think on is the part of the brand experience. So what are the benefits to your business taking care of your customer experience? First, you're gonna have a greater customer loyalty. Customer experience work brings a lot of repurchase. So basically, you have a loyal client that will think about you and about your brand every time they decide to buy anything. A higher customer satisfaction. Basically, the customer will be satisfied and would like to keep working with your brand. Repeat purchase, but at the same time with higher prices, because you're gonna have a higher value to your product and to the company in general, because the user will be familiar to you and will be prepared to pay more for the experience that it brings. Positive word of mouth. What it means, people will talk good things about your brand. You're gonna have nice reviews. You're gonna have people recommending your brand to others, to friends, to family, and the ability in general to build a stronger e-commerce brand. So your e-commerce will be even stronger. So where is it applied? In the pre-purchase. So when the users are going to your e-commerces, they are just passing by or actually just visiting your Instagram account. They will take a look at your brand, and that's the impression that they will have about your brand. So they will take a look and they want to see what your brand offers, what if it is for them, what are the options that you have. We already have the shopping and the purchase itself. So when the customers are buying your product and the e-commerce, do they find everything that they want as expected? Because we already have standards for that. So do the users have that achieved? The post-purchase, that's the work that you will offer to your clients, like newsletters, your support, engagement, loyalty programs. So everything is engaged on the post-purchase. And let's talk about how to improve that, because you already know what is that. First, we need to understand the goals of a good customer experience. One of them is build customer trust and loyalty, as we said. The other one is create a unique experience. So your brand will be unique to the user. They won't be able to find anything like you have anywhere else. Work to the success and growth of the business. So you think about the general and the bigger goal that you have to your brand, but as well the financial goals. So the idea is to sell more and grow the company. So that's one of the goals as well. So what can you do? First, you need to be customer-centric. What it means, you need to understand that the customer is the one that grows the business and it is your boss. So basically, the customer, you say to you what you need to do. They will tell you the necessities, and if you are giving to them services and product, you will need to achieve these necessities that they have. Conduct a design and UX audit. Why? Because you need to understand if you already are achieving a very good user experience, because you were talking about e-commerces, and do the users have everything they need in the stores? Does it is performing well nowadays? So it's very good to check it out first. Survey your customers. You probably already have customers right now, so talk with them, get feedback, and understand how they feel about your brand. Define your brand. So have a solid and consistent understanding about who you are and what are you doing in the market. It's very important to know that, because you need to express that to your user. So first, define that if you didn't already. Study your customer journey, because your customer will have contact with your brand in all of the places that you're gonna be. As I said, social media, e-commerce, email, for example. So be ready to understand all of the journey and take care of each touch point the user have with your brand. And now, how can I do it? First, it's very important to have a very good mobile optimization. It's actually an obligation nowadays, as I said. The technology growth a lot. These last years, a projection of 10 years of growth in just 2 years and 1.5 years actually. And we are talking much more about technology, and people are using more their mobile phones. So it's very important to be there to don't lose the opportunity and don't lose these customers. It's important to have a very intuitive site architecture. So first, you need to have all of your categories visible to the user, understand what they are looking for, and find it easily. So the idea is to have a very functional search and categorization, so the users won't have problem looking for a specific product. and streamline the purchasing process. So as I said, take care of each touch point that the customer have with your brand, since the pre-purchase to the purchase to the post-purchase. So overall, it's very important to advance and your UX and have an intuitive one, so the users won't have any question and will navigate through that very smooth and with a very nice experience. It's very important as well to explore the customer sense and emotions. That's something that's coming even stronger with the years, because nowadays we already have more technology and options in the market to apply that. So we can bring the gap and bridge the gap between the online and the offline, so we can work with that together, because the digital world is very difficult to have the same feelings that we have, for example, in the store itself, the texture of the product, the real colors, the sense, the how you feel about it, all of the emotions provoked in humans. It's very important to provocate that in your website as well. So physical sense as possible. It's very important to have engaging at every touch point. So use the technology as well to that. Augmented and virtual reality are very good for that. So nowadays we already have very nice softwares and options to show to the users the visual, and so they can try on a lot of products. So for example, here we have some examples of that. In a watch store, you can try the watches. IKEA already created a very nice experience for trying your furniture at home. So it's very nice to be able to do that since that we are in the digital world. It's very important to have high quality photos and videos, because the users are looking for the real product that you have. So as much as quality you have in your photos and videos will be better to the users to have this feeling. Another thing that's very good is build detailed product pages. What it means, explain every part of your product. Make the user navigate through your product as it is physical. So having all of the specifications, all the information that the users could have questions about the product, show that in action. So the videos help us too much with that. All of the photos of the product with very different angles, if possible, show inside of the product. If you work with technology, for example, as we have this robot here, they show the insert part of the robot, how it works, how it was built. So the user will feel closer to your product and understand it better, and it helps with the purchase. It's very important as well to the omni-channel, that it's a very common word nowadays. Everyone talks about omni-channel, and why? Basically because we already have a lot of channels that the users are on, and it's very important to be on that channels. So every channel that your customer is on, you should be there. So you will be closer to your user every time, and they won't have any problem to find you, to touch you, to look for your product. So if you are visible to them, they will see that you are there. It's very important to have the personalization as well. So each individual have its own individual particularity. So not just you also may like, for example, that we normally have recommendations, but the most that you can recommend and personalize your website to each individual better, because they will know you knowing what they like and showing it to them. It will help, and you will create a shortcut to the purchase, so the users won't need to look too much and will already be familiar with your website, because there they find everything they like. So it's very important to know what your customers already like. It's very important to improve your engagement as well. So I'm talking about newsletters, DM or SMS messages that you have with them, the chatbot or the live chat as well. It's very good. The post-purchase surveys, so your reviews, everything that you can engage with the users and your general customers in the whole. It's very important and helps a lot. As the abandoned cart as well. So engage with them as much as you can, because it really brings result. Improve your support. What it means, actually the users shouldn't need your support to buy anything else in your e-commerce, because all of the information that they need should be there for them. As I said, product page should be very detailed. It's very important to have the fact, because the customers won't need to reach out to you, and you won't need to be answering questions about general information with the products and spending a lot of time with that. You actually should reserve that time to solve real problems that are, for example, problems with the checkout and really risky points in the customer journey. So it's very important to have information that there. Everything that the user can teach itself, it's very good. Remember, every time that we are human, so we have our own language. Be human. Talk with people as particular people, as friends. Engage them as much as you can. And be easy to find. So if you don't have the information of you have any bug in your website, the user should be able to reach out to you as easy as possible. So have your contact information available and visible, your chat, every touch point that are available to contact the users. They should be able to find that without any problem. As well, optimize your supply chain. What it means, deliver the products on time. The time is the most important thing that people have nowadays. So don't expand their time. Avoid stockouts. So if you have a product that is out of stock, don't show that. Don't highlight that. Try to hide it as much as you can. But if you can't, create the option to them to pre-order that. So it will solve that problem, because it's very frustrating when when you want to buy something and it's just out of stock. So have more options to the users and work on that if you can. And ensure product safety. The product should be at the customer home, safe and nothing broken. So take care of it. Take care of your unboxing. Optimize your shipment. What it means, nowadays with all of the situation that happened, the shipment necessities changed a lot, and people are used to new shipment methods that are buy online and pick up in store. That's a very practical way to do that, because you don't need to wait for the delivery time. You can just go there and pick it up and enjoy your product. Buy online and return in store. It's very practical as well, because you don't need to go to your delivery place and repack all of the things that you received. It's very simple. You go to the store, you receive your money back, and you can buy again. So be prepared for that. It's a very, very high recommended shipment method. People are really expecting that as prepared in your store nowadays. So it is a must-have. Simplify your checkout. What it means, make sure everything is as simple as possible. Don't show and don't ask for information that is not necessary. So have the less forms as possible. Everything that's really necessary, show them and ask to the users. If you not, hide it or don't use that. The users want things really fast, so let your checkout really smooth and really fast. And take care about the payment methods, because sometimes we would like to have all of the payment methods available in the market, but pay attention to what your customers really need, what they use, and take care of it and use that. So pay attention to what they need and expend your time improving that, and not just using the things that the market usually use. Remember that your store is unique as well as your customers. It's important to build a community. So keep in touch with your users. If you can, create a questions forum, anywhere else, maybe a fixed Facebook page where people can talk with you. So it's very important to have the customers engaged. And okay, let's consider that I did all of these things. How can I measure that? How can I measure if I had success or not? It's very important to check the customer satisfaction. So as I said, the surveys are very important. For example, the reviews of your website, ask for people what they think about. The Net Promoter Score, so ask to the users from 0 to 10, how much they recommend your product to other people. Customer retention and loyalty. So check your data and see if the products are already repurchasing the products, if they keep buying to your e-store, or if you just have unique orders. A/B testing, something very used nowadays. I'm really happy that it happens, because we can understand better our users. So if you can do A/B testing, understand better your user, test everything as soon as possible, so you know the right way to go. And I already have examples of great customer experience to show you, because I talked a lot about what's good, what's not, but let's see what it means. The first example that I have, obviously, is Apple. Apple is a very good example for when we talk about customer experience. They came to the market as with a very huge care with people. So the main thing they think about is the whole experience that people have with their brand. So thinking about the quality, all of the effectivity of the products, and not just the products as well, but the way that you buy it, the way that you receive it, how you have the impression of the brand. So they work with really high quality images, so you can have the feeling of the products, as I said. They have very nice copy, so they talk about the product, but directly they don't do much. Don't talk too much. Talk directly what the product really does. Everything is in the same place, so anything that you need to look for will be there. You don't need to go anywhere else to know information about it. They show the product in all of the angles, so it's very important sometimes, depending of the product that you have, to have a lot of visions of the product, so it looks like physical. And they explain how the product can help you, how the product can support you in your life. So we can see a lot the products being applied in the day by day of people, and it's very nice. So if you can do that as well. Here we have an example of Apple's website. If we go to the IMAX, the first thing that we see are the colors. That is a very important point in the whole marketing of this product. We can see movement, and they highlight all of the points that they want to show to the users. The thicknesses, that's something that they are really proud of. So we can see that each part of the product page shows something that is useful to the users to understand. They show that in real life, so They show to the people the series, the quality of the image. That may be something that people have questions about, what you can do with that, the performance inside of it. Another case that I have is a e-commerce store that is in Magento called Masnacles. It is a coat, actually winter coat e-commerce. They already have their own brand and fabric. So basically, all of the products in the website are linked to positive emotions. What it means, people are happy using the products. In the videos, we see people happy using that in their day by day, and normal and things that you do in the day by day, grabbing a coffee, going to the park with the friends. You are already, people will feel already in that ambient. So it's very good to ambient the product as well. Images and videos that show the products in action. So as I said, the customer would like to see how it will fit, and not just in the images, in the PNGs, but as well in their normal life. Remember, the product is the star. So something that I really like in this e-commerce is that the visual is very clean and minimal, and the product will be there and you will see the product. The only thing that will catch your attention are the products, and they let the information just for the functional aspect. As well, the site navigation. So it's a very important point. As I said before, the search and the site navigation needs to be very useful, and the categorization is very important, so the users won't spend too much time looking for something in your website. Here I have a video that shows one of the products that Masnacles is more proud of, and they already did a really nice product page showing all of the functionalities of the product. So here we can see the code. It shows internally all of the code, so you can see the highlights. They highlight it. They talk about the composition. They go internally into the product. It's a very good point. It shows the waterproof functionality of the code. There we can see the isolation that it has to the winter, and the brand itself. That's something that you really need to show. That's it for today. I would like to thank you all. Please, if you want, you can see my website. There I have my portfolio, so you can see more about my work. My LinkedIn and Twitter as well. Please, if you would like, reach me out. I will be really pleasured to talk with you. So yeah, that's it.
Okay then, so thanks so much for that. I've got a big lot of questions for Q&A. So look, I'm a designer, you're a designer. I think we're going to have a lot to talk about no matter what. So we'll see if we get through a few of these. And some of these are questions for me, and some of these are maybe some misconceptions I think maybe people watching might have that you can help us with. So first of all, is customer experience just another name for user experience? Is it the same thing, different? Is it overlapping like a Venn diagram? Can you just clear up those two words for us?
Sure. Yeah. Actually, user experience is a part of the customer experience. The customer experience is the whole world of the customer engaging with your brand. So everything, as I said, delivery, e-commerce, Instagram, your store, physical store. And the user experience means the digital experience that the user have in your e-commerce So user is a terminology that we normally use for online. So consider your user people that are navigating through your website, but at the same time, they are your customers because they are seeing your marketing, they are buying your products, and they are receiving it at home. So it's a part of the whole customer experience.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And I'm just wondering, if I'm one of the retailers, one of the merchants watching today, and I'm thinking, okay, customer experience is important, but I need to know, where I actually come in at the moment. Am I in a good position or am I in a bad? What are some of the ways you can go about kind of assessing the quality of their customer experience as it is today?
Yeah, actually, we will ever have the option to improve. So it's ever better all the time. It will be better if you can improve that. So I think everyone needs to improve the customer experience. Everyone should have a missing point. So take care of each touch point. But I think a very good measurement for that is your customer loyalty. So one good way to check it out is to check your data and how much times your customers buy from you, if they are loyal for you, because it's something that normally people are looking for. There are actually some type of business that you only work with one purchase, but at the same time, taking care of the customer experience will help you to have more clients as well, because people will talk about the product to other people, so you will have this one purchase as well from other people. But in general, we ever have something to improve. Take care of each touch point. As I said, you will find something that you can improve there, and you can see about normally you should have goals that you want to achieve in the month, in the year, and to be there, probably the customer experience will help you.
Now, I'm just thinking, when we're doing design, we might have, for UX and UI stuff, we're often talking about wireframes and mock-ups and style tiles. What's maybe the visualization, the kind of deliverable we might expect to see at a customer experience level?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mentioned that if you see it's your product, when you see that, should be something that you automatically want to buy, because that's the main goal that we normally have. Show the user a product and they automatically want to buy that. It's something that Apple does, for example. People don't know what they will launch, but they already want to buy. So the feeling that you provoke to people is the main thing. People need to like you and don't find what they find with your brand anywhere else. You need to be unique. So I think being unique and provoking the desire on people is the main goal.
Yeah, it seemed to be in achieving that. Then it was interesting that a lot of the examples you gave, a lot of the arguments you were making, were less about clicky things, and interaction, and more about content, more about telling a story. Is that what you find?
Yeah, I think telling a story is something that will help you to be more engaged with the people and bring emotions. That is what actually makes people buy something. They don't buy because the brain asked that for. It's because of emotion. So each product causes an emotion to each person, and provoking that emotion, as we see on the product page that I showed you, talking about the highlights of the product, texture, and all of those things will bring emotion, and bring that emotion, people will buy it. So the idea is to create an overall visual and content environment that will bring the desire of people.
Brilliant. Okay, well, thank you again, Tchaysllaney, for all those ideas today. Thank you for answering my questions as well at the end. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate that.